hit that like button, just like Tyson.
I done had a rape charge before.
Oh, for real?
Hell yeah, I'm scared of that kind of shit. I
Like
don't
rape
even
charge.
play them.
You got like a charge? How you beat that?
Because I didn't do it. It was a criminal sexual conduct with a minor charge.
That means you would have to like register for this.
Yeah, I was.
Right?
It was the year 2000, 2001. And I think I was like 20. I was 20 years old. My cousin had just graduated from high school, and he had got a scholarship to Penn State University. And I had a party, and I had all of these chicks at a party. Like I was doing overnights I was working at Z93 then, so I had all these chicks there that I met through radio, and chicks that my dude had known. So I used to always see this chick with my dude. So I bought. I invited her to the party. So she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes. I'm asking them, did they mess with the chick, after the fact, after she pressed charges? And they was like, no. But they was like, yo, she's bugging. I remember the night of, they was like, yo, she's in here bugging out. She's kicking over the TV and she's trying to set shit on fire. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had left. So the next morning, I'm hearing she said she got raped. She got raped. So I go to the hood to ask what happened. They like, yeah, my cousin who had got the scholarship, yeah, he's in jail now. What you mean he's in jail? He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the jailhouse, talk to the detective myself. No, ain't got no one for me. I just told the detective, like, hey, look, I take full responsibility for anything that happened in the house last night.
You gonna take the case?
No, but I told her, I said, as far as I know, because I asked around, anybody fuck? I'm like, yo, nobody got raped, yada, yada, yada. They didn't even have my cousin in custody. My other cousins was fucking with me because they was mad they didn't get invited to the party. Hating ass motherfuckers. So my cousin wasn't even in custody. So I went down to the jailhouse for nothing. So I'm like, yo, I take full responsibility for everything. I bought the alcohol. They was like, well, you're not even of age to buy alcohol. And I'm like, well, how'd you get it? Well, I got a crackhead to get it from you. Whatever.
They went out there copping out pleas with
they had to do shit. Yeah. So 2 weeks later, they come and arrest me for criminal sexual conduct with a minor. So I had to get blood and hair follicles.
Oh, you going down there to initially explain it?
They ain't had nobody else depending on. So
listen, y'all, criminal sexual abuse of a minor. So that means that the girl was a minor. Charlemagne was not a minor. He said he was 20 years old. That's not a minor. But at the same time, we're getting reports that he was actually about 22 or 23 when this happened. But he got criminal sexual assault of a minor. From him going to the police station and telling on himself, say, hey, my cousin down here, nobody got raped. You know what I'm saying?
Being that I went down there and took full responsibility, well, lock him up.
Did it get through, you got indicted on it and everything? Or
now I went to court. With the court, they reduced the charges to like contributing to the delinquency of a minor because I had to give blood and all, DNA samples, and it wasn't me. Whoever.
You said it wasn't him, right? You said it wasn't him.
The touch there, it wasn't me.
So you didn't get no jail time over that?
Nah.
So yeah, Charlemagne the God said that it wasn't him, but he was charged with sexual abuse of a minor. All right, so that's what he said on that show. Now, I want y'all to check this out and see that this guy changed his tune or that he's a creep and he agrees with raping women.
I got this girl real drunk and that sentence sounds a little fishy. I got her drunk.
I didn't just get her drunk. I remember I went to the sex store and got Spanish fly.
Oh, so you raped her?
Shut up. Spanish fly. They sell it in the sex store. I'm telling the truth. They sell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking.
They sell knives at the store too. You can put that to a girl's throat and have sex with it. That doesn't mean it's illegal.
So I put the Spanish fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this shit really worked, but I felt like I got horny as a motherfucker too. Right? So she was drunk as shit, and we had sex and shit, and like. A lot of my boys was trying to come in the room and fuck her. I'm like, nah, she like, I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna treat you. That's rape.
Yeah.
Okay. So, right.
It's just one-on-one. It ain't rape.
Yeah. So the next
trains are rape.
So the next morning she wakes up. And we talk about it. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, we had sex. She said, okay, well, I'm glad it was you.
Right
then a couple days later.
Right there. The last video, you guys heard him clearly say he did not touch it. He went home. But right here, he says the next morning, he told the girl we had sex. There we go. There we go, Charlemagne. Like Funkmaster Flex said, you told on yourself. You're a weirdo. You're telling on yourself, you fucking weirdo. You went to the police station. You told on yourself instead of calling down there and say, hey, man, it's my cousin here. What is he locked up for? You went down there and said, anything happened at that house? I did it. I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm a rapist. I brought Spanish fly. Let's go.
She's like, yo, are you sure I only had sex with you? And one of my stupid ass cousins was going around saying he fucked her, which he didn't. I know for a fact he didn't. I was there the whole time. Yeah. He did not fuck her. Yeah. He looked at her naked, but he didn't fuck her, right? So I'm telling her, no, me and you just had sex. Nobody else did nothing. So it just was weird that she was like, well, I'm just glad it was you. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm like, yo, you could have been in a real bad situation if it was another motherfucker
compliment, man. A girl just...
A real bad situation if it would have been somebody else there. Like, they would have probably raped you like I did, but raped you with less care.
Said, yo, at least you raped me.
I didn't rape her. I did not rape her. I did not rape her.
Hey, if it was any of your cousins or friends who have been raped, but
I didn't rape her because me and her had every intention of having sex with each other.
So then why would you put the
15-year-old girl? He was actually charged with delinquency of a minor. So she was 15 years old. That's what I don't understand. Why do he get to laugh about having sex with a 15-year-old girl? We got R. Kelly locked up for a similar charge. Bill Cosby, same thing. He's drugging drinks. He admitted it on radio.
Spanish fly.
I was a freaky. I'm still a freaky motherfucker, but I was listen.
Was she passed out while you fucked her?
Nah, she wasn't like. She was like one of those drunks where she was one of those drunks where like she was like she wasn't coherent, but she was up.
She wasn't coherent.
Like when you're blacked out.
So she wasn't coherent. What does that mean, Charlemagne the God? I mean, you took advantage of a teenager. Man, somebody need to blow the bull horns for this one. Willie D, I can't believe you, man. You're supposed to be a conscious brother that's out here protecting women and children. That's what you say. If this was your daughter, you wouldn't feel that way, Willie D. You wouldn't make up a conspiracy theory about Wendy Williams' ex-husband. Because who the fuck is Wendy Williams' ex-husband? And he can't touch the Breakfast Club, the biggest, blackest media that's out here. And we got guys like Charlemagne the God that's out here admitting that he had sex with a 15-year-old girl and had to give her Spanish fly to do it. Wake up, people. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody, this go along, get along gang, I really don't like it. I'm disappointed in Willie D for being part of the go along, get along gang when it comes to Charlemagne the God. I don't give a shit if he shuns me from this YouTube and the podcast gang. What's right is right. He's a rapist, a molester. A young 15-year-old girl was drugged and had sex with him, and you heard him right here. She was not coherent. Willie D, you should have listened to that before you made your video, because now it got me looking at you different. It got me looking at you like you really don't care about the community. You just on here doing all this talking about racist shit, and you don't give a shit about the community, because when it comes to one of your friends in the go along, get along gang, instead of you revealing the truth, you came up with some shit that Wendy Williams' husband said he took credit for it. Of course he said he took credit for it, because he probably said something about it before. So why would he feel like, well, I took credit for it to be even brought up? Man, this girl is going through fucking pain. Going through pain. Going through pain. Right now today, and we got guys like Charlemagne laughing about it, Willie D taking up for a rapist. You know how many times I put Spanish fly in the female's drink? To have sex with her? Never. How many times I bought a gas station pill to have sex with a female? Never. I don't have to do that. If we're going to have sex, we're going to have sex. Why would you have to, like dude said, it don't make sense to nobody. Like the other guy said, well, what was the purpose of the Spanish fly if y'all was going to have sex anyway? Just don't add up. So we got this guy out here raping women. And where's Me Too? Where's the Me Too movement? Oh, they here too, because they're part of the go along, get along gang as well, man. Charlemagne's writing books for these people. Black Lives Matter, Me Too people. You know, he's doing deals with them, all because he don't want to be arrested. Because I'm not sure, but I think these videos that he said, these may be enough to have a special prosecutor called on this case. And that's what I feel should happen, because the black community has gone through it now. We just had Danny Boy admitting to fucking on Mary J. Blige when he was a teenager, man. Imagine what she had him doing. She's Mary J. Blige. He's a fucking young boy. In fact, Danny Boy is now gay. I'm not going to say it's because Mary J. Blige's pussy was funky, but I think it was something like that, man. Pussy was so fucking bad that he flipped gay. He wanted ass after that.
That's members with a Z, M.O.P.